Shalom, Kol Haloyim, La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom to you fellow laborers out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity, especially during these times. Shalom to the few Akwafim that believe as well. A hearty shalom to you other laborers and believers that are scattered throughout the face of the earth, whether you be among the heathen and like the heathen, which are the speckled bird Israelites. To the whole household of faith, I want to say shalom, which is the elect. And this is yesterday at camp, so I'm just doing the response to some little nigglets that came through camp. You know, we was at camp doing the work, of course, on the highways and hedges, and there were some young jakes, some little nigglets. You know, that's what I'm gonna call them, little nigglets. All right, they came down, disturbing camp, and you know, I noticed it down the other end. You know, at the elder Ayash, on his camp down the street. You know, I'm holding camp with Elder Demashapat, or Elder D as we call him, and so I look back and I noticed, right, what was going on. And so, you know, of course, it's our God-given right to defend ourselves, all right? And at the same time, all those little nigglets are being judged for coming against the Lord's servants. See? So, you know, I'm going to play the clip, let you see what's going on, all right? And show you how disrespectful and rebellious these Israelites are, man. All right, and the Lord is going to judge all these fucking little nigglets, man. All right, and even after they left, I brought out, the example of, the two she bears, all right, that the Lord sent out of the woods to tear those 42 children up, all right, from mocking Elisha, which, hey, man, the Lord don't play about his servants, man, okay? The Lord don't play about his servants. Bear me 1 second. The Lord don't play about his servants. All right, shut the fuck up, man. Just like it. Get a little cold, a little chilly. Just like it. Turn the heat on a little bit. So, yeah, the Lord don't play about his servants, man. Matter of fact, since I mentioned that, let's get this. If I may. All right, this is the book of Psalms 105 and verse 15. It says, saying, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm. Right? Because the Lord don't, all right, the Lord don't take that lightly. All right, you come up against his servants, call yourself threatening us and shit like that. Hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is going to deal, all right, with you Israelites out there that's being wicked, and when he deals with you, he's going to deal harshly with you, man. All right, because this is his thing. This is the Most High's thing that he set up. Okay? You're coming between the Most High's business. Who are you to come against the Most High? Because it's not us you're coming against. So let's grab this right here. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. And verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And we're the ones that trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. Right. What's love? According to the scriptures. That we keep the Lord's commandments. One of the commandments of the Lord is that we go out, that we eat this roll. So like, let me start there. Eat this roll, all right, and go out or get thee into the house of Israel, and speak to them speaking to the ears of the children of Israel, all right, the words of prophecy. That's a commandment as well. All right, eat this roll and then get thee into the house of Israel, and speak the words of prophecy into their ears, whether they will hear or forbear. As the scriptures tell us, right? It says, for grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath cared for his elect. Right? So that's something we got to keep in our mind. The Lord had care for us, those of us that are of the hopefully elect, and Lord willing, we are those elect men. The Lord have care for us, man. All right, verse 10. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. And that's what these little nigglets right here are all about, man. They have forsaken the Lord. Young men, all right, that should be, seeking the Lord, but they young. They in high school. They young men, but they out here being wild hooligans and shit, trying to disturb the word from coming out, man. So the Lord's going to judge them. Okay, let's play this clip. Let you see what's going on.
Right, because we consider the worm, worm is a defenseless creature, man. Yep. All right, so we need the Lord's protection. All right, we ain't going to be able to do it by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It says, ye men of Israel, all right, he said, I will help you, said the Abba Shemashah, and thy Redeemer and thy Holy One of Israel. All right, so the Lord will come back and help us, man. All right, we can't do this shit by ourselves. This shit's for us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, keep going, man. It says, behold, I will make thee a
Hey, the Most High gonna kill every last one of you, man. The Most High gonna kill every last one. I said the Lord gonna do it.
The Lord gonna do it.
Hey, man, I'm not afraid of you niggas, man.
Just trust me, man. Let's go ahead on, little guys. And let's go home, man. Let me y'all about shoot outside.
I said the Most High gonna kill you. Hey, Shalom, right, yo. Shalom, They're gonna start getting phone calls, man. Little such died today. They're gonna start getting phone calls. That's okay.
And you can see, man, these young dudes, man, they have no regard or respect, all right, for the Lord's counsel that's going forth, man. Okay? Ecclesiastes 5:1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. And that's exactly what was going on, man. They didn't control themselves or have the discipline to really just shut the fuck up, all right, and just listen and hear what's going on. Okay? But see, this generation especially, all right, and most of you Israelites out there that, all right, out in the world doing what have you, you don't understand that what you're doing is a great evil. And when Yahweh shall repay you for that evil you're doing, we're not going to feel sorry for you. Young, man. They teenagers out there. And I didn't do that when I was a teenager. I didn't run up on older folks that was older than me and just, talking shit. And see, if we was like them fucking wacky-tacky Christians dressed in suits, they would have a regard or respect for us to some degree. But because we're, we're true men in the Lord, all right, and this world don't know what a real man in the Lord look like. They think a man in the Lord is supposed to be all dressed nicely and all that stuff. Oh, man. All right, we're not rich men. Okay? We live a normal life. Except for we serve Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. We work, 9 to 5s, all that, man. See? But because we rough and rugged, they think we just some niggas on the corner. See? And the Lord gonna judge them like LD man said. The Lord gonna kill every last one of them, man. Verse 2, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. See? And it's the obvious that they wasn't trained up the way they should go, man. Because they probably been raised up by a lot of Keishas. You know, these some single parent household children. You know? And hey, but that doesn't matter, man. The Most High give us a conscience, man, to know what we're doing right or wrong. You know? So, you know, they know that, you know, we're older men, and we're not out there bothering nobody. We're just out there teaching the word, man. You know? They had the Lord really unleashed, all right, on them jakes right then and there. But it was, it was two law enforcement across the street. They had agent on their vests. And they seen everything was going on. They actually came over there and made sure we was all right afterwards. Once they seen what was going on. Or I think they had went away for a moment, maybe. Then when they came back and seen what was going on, they came over to make sure we was all right. But the Lord could have put the spirit on them to take them little niggas out. You know? They could have very well went bad for those little nigglets. You know? So all you Israelites out there that's watching and you know what I'm saying, you like on the fence or whatever, or you not know how to approach men in the Lord, this is not the way to approach men in the Lord. See? All wild and shit. You got questions, we'll answer your questions. But if you want to deal like that, we ain't gonna deal with you, bro. And in this case, these are just little niggas just talking shit. They ain't come up with no questions. They just was just young and wild, man. Okay? Let's get that real quick. Isaiah 51:20 says, thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in the net. And that's exactly how Jake is, man. You know, a wild bull in the net is a raging bull, running everywhere, charging everywhere, just doing wild, basically uncontrollable. That's why he's in the net, right? It says they are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power, and that's what's going on, man. That's why it's best to stay away from niggas, man. You gotta stay away from niggas. And that's all the tribes, really. When I say niggas, I'm talking about just 2/3, man. You can't befriend them. Our friends are each other. You know, the brotherhood, man. Befriending these jakes won't do you any good, because why? They spirit is not of the Most High. You know? They spirit is of this world. You know? But the Lord's going to judge them. You know? 1 Peter 4:17 says what? The Lord going to begin judgment at his house, which is you Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American people. Look who's dying left and right. Right? Now, I brought this out of camp. I had called for this at camp. I'm going to read it again. Because the Lord judges kids. The Lord judges children. The Lord judges children. Okay? This is 2 Kings 2. And verse 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 22. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake. And he went up from thence unto Bethel, or Bayath Allah, the house of power. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him. Now, matter of fact, you read the NLT. It says this, right? Let's move out the way. It says, Elisha left Jericho and went up to Bethel on NLT, verse 23. As he was walking along the road, a group of boys from the town began mocking and making fun of him. See, that's what happened to us yesterday. A group of boys, all right, was mocking us, trying to make fun of us. It says, go away, Baldy. They chanted, go away, Baldy, right? Elisha turned around and looked at them, and he cursed them in the name of the Lord. What you seeing us going to the curses, right? Then two bears, she bears, on the KJV, then two bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of them. Okay? So the Lord sent out them bears to kill them. Kill them group of boys or children. You know? For mocking his messenger, man. You know? The Lord don't take that lightly, man. And in due time, all you scoffers and scorners, young and old, the Lord's gonna fucking judge you, bro. See what I'm talking about? The Lord gonna get all of you, man. For talking shit. Matthew 12 and 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. So when the day of judgment come upon them young dudes that came by, you know what's going to happen to them. They're going to be judged, man. They're going to be put down like stray dogs. Verse 37, for by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. See? That's why it's best to just cool the fuck out, man. All you jakes out there, just cool out. All right? Try to listen to what's being said. And if it ain't for you, just go up the street. We're not trying to beat this truth down your ears. You know? If it's for you, it's for you. If it ain't, it ain't. Just that simple. You know? But they just came out of camp just to condemn themselves. You know? The Lord going to judge all of them. The Lord's going to judge all of them, man. You know? And I can't wait because that's what they ass get, man. They probably was them little children from during Elisha time. You know? You got to bridle your mouth, man. When two or three are gathered, all right, in the name of the Lord, there he is in the midst. So it behooves you to watch what the fuck you say, man. And Yahweh about Shemal Shah can cause them little nigglets to be gunned down. You know? Put the spirit of vengeance on an Edomite cop and blow him away. You know? You don't know, man. That's why, you're supposed to fear the Lord, man. But Jake don't fear. Hebrews 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And by default, we have no choice but to fall into the hands of the living power, man. You know? So, those Jakes don't even know, man. Them young dudes don't even know, man. And can't nobody deliver you out of the hand of the Lord, man. It tell you that in Deuteronomy 32nd chapter, man. Neither can any deliver out of his hand. So when it's your time, it's your time. Life and death is given to every man, whether him like it or not. So it behooves you to get your shit together. And if you ain't gonna get your shit together, the Lord gonna just deal with you, man. Anyways, with that, I'm not gonna hold you no longer. You know, hey, the point is made. Hey, Lord willing, hey, this has been edifying to you, Akim out there, man. We don't have to be afraid of these dudes, man. The Lord ain't give us a spirit of fear. Hey, matter of fact, I was gonna close, but let's get this real quick, man. Isaiah 30:20, it says, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. You can't remove us, man. Hey, Yahweh Bashim Shai is the only ones that can remove us. But then that'll be the family of the word that the word's bringing. Then you're going to be able to find the Lord's word. You're going to be able to hear the Lord's words. See? So we're going to be all right, though. The Lord got a spirit on us, man. We're going to be okay. Hey, shalom to the next time, all right? Shalom.